ما حد يدري.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the new part of ما حد يدري program podcast. قاعد أسولف إنجليزي لأن اليوم ضيفنا صراحة هو يعني مشهور بممارسة غريبة، وشفته بالصدفة في حديقة الشهيد تقريبا قبل 3 أسابيع، إلى درجة أن زوجتي قالت لي هذا طبيعي اللي شنو، ولا شفته قاعد يمشي حافي. وليش ما تصير الصدف نتواصل احنا عن طريق الانستغرام، وصار بينه وبينه كلام يعني. فقلت له يا وين، سبحان الله. فطلع هو نفس الشخص. فاليوم راح يكون معنا هذا الضيف العزيز. ترانزليت بليز. طبعا فطوم راح تترجم كل شوي، فاللي قاعد يطالع الحلقة
understood some part. نص I understand.
نص. فضيفنا مستر بول.
Yeah, thank you.
اوكي، فراح نشوف قصة حياته. احنا فهمنا طبيعة البرنامج شوي، راح يكون في جاب عندكم لأن فطوم راح تترجم بنتي، وبنفس الوقت يعني راح تترجم أسئلتي وتترجم أجوبته، فشوية راح يصير في جاب. اوكي، نبدأ ترجمة.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure, and I was looking forward to this interview.
اوكي، طبعا البودكاست اريحي، يقدر يشرب شاي، يشرب ماي عادي، يقدر ياخذ راحته. اوكي، راح نبدا باسئله. هذا فطوم دريتي عنه صح؟
لا.
هذه فقره جديده اسمها بلا، قلت لك كم تعطي نفسك من 10. اي، وبنفس الوقت يختار الكره اللي تناسب مشاعره. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
ايش كثر انت راضي عن نفسك؟
I am pretty confident about myself. 9.
اوكي، choose the ball اللي مناسبه مشاعره. اوكي ذا كاميرا. اوكي، ايش كثر رضا الناس راضين عنك؟
Same 9. Once we shifted away more from the actual barefoot concept, and now they start to see who I am really, and the love I have towards Kuwait and people living in Kuwait, it's shifted away. So it's a 9, and I love them.
اوكي. اهتمامك بصحتك with balls. طبعا قاعد يدور الكرة اللي تناسب مشاعره. 8 8 يعني it's good.
8 is very good. 8 is I think for a fitness professional, I consider myself as one. I think 8 is a very realistic. When someone says 10, forget about that. It's not 10.
لما شخص من معارفك أقاربك مثلا، يعني في بينك وبينهم تواصل، لما يعطيك بلوك، أريد أن أعرف ليش عطاني بلوك الحين، كم يعطي نفسه من 10 وشنو الكرة؟
At the moment, at this moment, I'm on almost 11,000 followers, and beginning of November I was on 2,000. So I gained these 9,000 all organic followers, started from the barefoot guy until today. You're asking me this question today, so I would say probably I still care. 8 out of 10. I would probably text this person. I'm very proud that it's not happening.
Yeah.
Like at the moment, I don't think my content is actually the content where you should block me. Like, I just feel I say what I feel. So that's pretty much what I feel about Kuwait and about you guys and people living in Kuwait. So I have not have a block yet. Let's touch wood. I wouldn't worry too much. I would ask.
You would ask, yeah.
They used to comment about the barefoot videos. Yeah. Sometimes I had, let's say, 20% bad comments, 80% okay and good. And yeah, sometimes I texted them. I said, you know what? I appreciate your comment. And it's up to you. No worries. Have a good day. Bye.
Exactly.
So I'm still going back very positive, but I don't let them to pull me down. I think I will have less time to worry too much about this one, because I believe it's part of the game. Like, I cannot feel down because like there's no word where everyone likes you.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, there are many people just bored, so they just like want some attention, they text something.
Exactly.
I don't really...
تحقيق أهدافي وخططي الحالية والمستقبلية، كم يعطي نفسه من 10؟
You're going to
I don't have goals.
You don't have?
I don't set goals. I don't have goals. I have... I'm riding the waves as it takes usually. So I don't feel disappointed from things, really, because there are many good things happen to me, also some bad things, but I don't like to just
choose the ball.
Choose the ball for this one.
Which one?
Yeah, this one. I like to enjoy what's happening now. So now what's happening, I enjoy. If it's gonna end after 2 years, it's gonna end. It's fine.
أنا أقدر اللي هو قاعد يسويه، وهذا واحد من أهدافه الغير مباشرة، وبالعكس هذا هدف حلو، وسلوك اللي هو سواه أنه قاعد يمشي حافي في مجتمع محافظ، في مجتمع هو يشوف أن هذا الشيء نوعا ما غريب، فهذا بحد ذاته هدف جميل وممكن يستثمره فيما بعد أنه تنفتح له أشياء أخرى.
Thank you.
أوكي. لما أخطئ لشخص أقدم له الاعتذار حالا، كم من 10؟
If I realize that I was wrong, no, I apologize. I clear right on that second. I don't want to carry this to home. Like, I have other things in life to worry about. So I like to cut it, apologize, shake hands. And I also accept if the person says, no, I don't take your apology. All right, good. But I've done my part. I realized I was wrong. Goodbye. But we talk about this today. I am 45 years old. If we talked 10 years ago, it was as different.
It would be
I carried some problems more, Now it maybe comes with age. I don't care. I fix it, but I also appreciate if it's from the other side as well.
Yeah.
So I love that. I don't like...
when it's just one-sided.
Yes, and that actually happens here. What I realized is, I know now I know, it took me years to find out that people in Kuwait very polite. And that could come to that conversation where they too polite. Let's talk about personal training. They too polite to tell me, Al, I don't enjoy this training anymore. Or I cannot afford anymore. And at the beginning, it's really hurt because there were some very nice clients very close to me. Immediately, just stopped the training. And I didn't understand, like, what I've done wrong. And then sometimes they don't text back. And then I talked to more Kuwaitis here, and they said, Pal, believe me, that if you guys had a very good relationship, there is no reason he cut the relationship with you. But he is very shy. He's too polite to tell you. And if he's going to see you in avenues, he's going to, believe me, talk to you like nothing happened. And you, as a European, you will not understand this behavior. And I know this is very difficult, but when it comes to, for example, personal training, it's very difficult. This part is very difficult. I really would love to hear that straight.
Yeah.
And although it's
hard.
The polite and shyness, but it's still, to me, it's a lot better because it's clear.
Yeah.
You don't enjoy leg press. I want to stop. Great. Can I make it up? Can we do squats? No, it's too late. Thank you so much. Shake hands. Bye. And this is difficult.
This is difficult.
Okay.
But I appreciate this. That is a different culture. And now I understand. At the beginning, it was very hard. For my wife, too. There were some ladies also, she said, we've been going out for coffees. We had nice sessions. We had very good relationship. And look, she stopped. Like, she's not responding. I just wanted to share this related to your question.
Yeah.
When I texted you, I was like, okay, like, I like to try things. Why not? Why not? I saw your page. You do this podcast. I believe I have an interesting story. So I have nothing to lose. But for you to tell me, Pal, you're on 8,000 followers. I am sorry, I'm not interested yet, but after 1 year, come back to me. I need powerful followers behind you, then we can do the podcast. Good luck. That would be so much better for me to understand why we cannot do this interview. Then this week I'm busy. I'm very sorry. Next week I have another podcast coming in. I'm mostly interviewing Arabic speaking people. You see, and I would never find out, of course, but I would still be really happy if I get this, because then, okay, all right, so you're giving me a game. Nice. Not enough followers. All right. I put it in my diary. 1 year later, I call you back. And I'm going to be like, hello, Allah, I'm here for an interview. What interview? Chuf. So that's again like a small example, you know? Luckily, we got very quickly to this one, and it's amazing, but, you know.
لو طحت قدام الناس وصار معك موقف محرج.
طحت
يعني طاح كذي والناس قاعد تشوفه بالسوق ولا كم يعطي نفسه من 10 من الإحراج؟
0. I would laugh so much. I feel 0 and I would laugh so much. I do this thing sometimes because I like that. That's so much excitement to me. When I fall, I laugh so much if that happens. How much do you know London?
London?
You know London, Camden Town?
Yeah.
Camden Town, you know Camden Town? Where is the canal?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Okay. There is the canal, and then you go down. And then you can walk by the canal towards Primrose Hill, Regent's Park. So I used to work over there, and there is the Camden Canal Bridge, where every morning shift where I went to work there, I always went up on the, was it like the fence?
The fence?
And I was walking always on the fence. It's like quite wide like this. And there was like 2 years I worked in this place. Every morning shift, I walked there, and I was hoping every morning that I can't wait to fall, and I never fall in that water. Because I just, it would be so much fun if I fall in that water, but I never. I got actually very pro on that, walking on that thing. No one see me in the morning, but inside I was hoping.
You were hoping, so like a new story that would become.
I have a Silverado truck with the double wheel, the dually, the really big, and that's my first car in Kuwait. This car, and 5-6 years ago, I said, okay, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna go down to Avenues parking with this. This is double door, double wheel. I went down and I crashed one side of the thing, and I blocked the traffic inside the Avenues. 5-6 years ago, last week, we went to Avenues with my family, and Blanca, my wife, said, where are you going? And I already turned. I said, I'm going to try. I have to get out. I'm going to try. It's so exciting. She said, please don't do it with us. Look, they're coming behind us. The 2 daughters were like, yeah, Daddy, you can make it. I parked, and I couldn't get out. I demolished the right side of the car. I crashed the right side. There's some crack on it again. She said, you see, you're an idiot. I said, but I felt so good that I've done it. I couldn't make it. I don't know, maybe for a few years I'm not going to do it again.
Maybe after
it's like almost impossible. I don't know who can come out with the double wheel. So I crashed the car again. I have this thing.
You want to try. You're an adventurous guy.
Yes, and sometimes it goes on to the danger. Okay. When I bought the car, the first thing I did, I drove to the airport.
Okay.
I believed that it can go up and fit the height. And you drive like this, it fits. It's like 10 centimeters, but it does fit. And then when you come down, it's like... So I can make it. At the airport, I'm good. Okay. I do these things.
You do these things.
It's me.
Now, we finish this فقرة. Okay. الحين راح نروح على قصة حياته.
اوكي.
وقولي لم يعني خلي يروح على ابرز المحطات اللي هو يشوفها حلوة من الذكريات، يعني لا يفصل وايد، بس يعطيني من كل يعني على قولتهم بستان وردة، يعني من كل محطة كذي يعطيني شيء ملفت. اوكي. تاريخ ميلاده.
I was born in 1981, 27th of January. I'm an Aquarius.
أكون قول مرتك برج السرطان بعد.
Yes.
والله
My mom is a Cancer.
So,
قولي له الله
I was born 1981, 27th of January.
قولي له الله يعينك. God your
I
help.
won.
God your help.
God your help. God your help.
الله يعينك.
غلط. May God help you.
My God help you. Because my daughter, my wife
is a Cancer. Cancer. Yeah.
So from these young years, I was born in Debrecen. Debrecen is the second biggest city in Hungary. It's 300,000 people. It's near to the Romanian border. It's like 200 kilometers from Budapest. So it's a city. I'm from a city.
Okay.
And this is where I was going to kindergarten, nursery at the beginning. And then I had the primary school also there. I have a brother. He's 6 years younger than me. His name is Peter. And I have one brother, and then my parents, they divorced when I was 14. And from my father's second marriage, they have a boy who is already 30 years old. So we call it like half brother, right?
Half brother, yeah.
Yeah. There is 10 million people in the country.
10 million.
So 2.5 is Budapest.
Yeah.
Okay. مليونين نص في مدينة.
And these are the only people speaks this language in the world. No, and there is no similarity to any other languages at all.
Wow. So the only يقول لك
You know, most of the time, I know most of the time, each nationality says about themselves, you know, this is our food, it's so special. It's not. We are in the middle of Central Europe. It's more called Eastern Europe. This is Slovakia, Czech, Poland, Hungary, and then the Balkan countries, Kosovo, Serbia, Montenegro, Romania on the east, and then Bulgaria. So this is more like Eastern Europe. We have a border with Austria.
Okay.
The border is only 30 kilometers from Vienna, our west side. So
okay.
It's Eastern Europe. I'm Eastern European, we call it, but it's kind of more like towards the middle. So you want me to talk about this a bit more? So more than 1,000 years ago, we were Hungarians. We were up in Finland. We were living together with the now Finnish people. It's called Finn-Ugor. Finn and Ugor. Ugor was the Hungarian tribe.
Okay.
Even if you hear German people now, they say Ungarn. It's the Hungary. It's Ungarn. So that was a Finn-Ugor group.
Okay.
They had a fight more than 1,000 years ago. That's the story. So you can picture how north is Finland.
Okay.
Compared to all the European countries.
Yeah.
They were all horses and all this kind of stuff, and they had a fight. So the Ugors left this group, and they separated, and they started to go down, 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 all the way through Poland, Czech, Slovakia. Also, I think it's even crossing some of the Scandinavian countries. And they arrived to this place where we are today.
Okay.
So our language is from the Finnish language family. Hogyha én elkezdek beszélgetni, az egy teljesen más beszéd, mint hogyha mondjuk cseh vagy szlovák, sokkal jobban a finnre hasonlít.
Wow.
Az egésznek a hanglejtése szerintem teljesen más. Talán még egy kicsit Italian melodik.
Yeah.
De az 100% biztos, hogy semmi köze nincsen a környező országokhoz, amik ott körülöttünk vannak. Meg nem is úgy nézünk ki, mint ezek az emberek, hanem egy kicsit másképpen nincsen az Eastern European arcunk, stb. So because of all this traveling, I was just saying that in Hungarian, we Hungarians were not even look like most of Eastern European. You know, when you think about an Eastern European, blonde, blue eyes, like more like squarey head, you know, they kind of big built people. Yeah. No, like I don't look one of those Eastern European. It's not good or bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
My wife, she looks like an Iranian.
Oh.
You know, if she would wear she would go definitely. Even they tell her here that there's no way you don't speak Arabic.
زين الحين راح نروح على مرحلة رياض الأطفال، ويعني شنو أحلى الذكريات، شنو الهوايات اللي مارسها من هو صغير؟
I love cycling, so we used to cycle a lot. We have like nice gangs, like with kids together. We were catching each other with the bike. We had a lot of fallings, of course. I was living with my family in this old style, Russian style communist buildings, these block buildings, 10 floors. It's like a long building. So they were like small apartments, 50, 60 square meter only. So we had two bedrooms, one living room. So this was like a little gang, but gang in a good way that, we knocked on each other's door, come down. Each of these blocks had a big playground in the back. So we spent a lot of time outside. Obviously, there were no phones and things like that. So we really enjoyed. I think that's missing out now.
Yeah. Okay.
That we don't have this. I really enjoyed that. You finish your school, you come home 4 p.m. If my mom asked me, like randomly, okay, can you tell me this? What did you learn? If I pass, she said you can go. So we went down, and we were all there, many kids, for like 2-3 hours. Come back home dirty, go to bed. That's it. That was a really nice childhood like that.
اوكي. زين قولي له ما في موقف وهو صغير قبل لا اروح على المرحله الابتدائيه، في موقف ما ينساه بحياته صار وهو صغير؟ حتى لو كان برا البيت، برا المدرسه، بيتهم شيء. يعني مثلا مزرق رايح بغى يقط نفسه بالبحر مثلا، لحقوا عليه.
That's a very good question. It happened when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
About يعني.
Yes, of course. My brother was born. I remember him. Yeah.
Cool.
Of course.
هذا أحلى.
I hope he's not going to watch this interview because he's going to be like, "Come on, say it. 6 years old. What happened? Yeah, little Peter came. Yeah, with the blonde hair, blue eyes, bright blue eyes."
زين خلينا نروح على المرحلة الابتدائية. شنو يتذكر منها؟ أهم نفس الشيء إذا في مثلا أحداث معينة صارت له، قد صار له موقف أثر في حياته، فهمتني؟ أبلة زفته أو شيء، وهواياته شنو؟ يعني شنو أبرز الهوايات اللي كان يمارسها؟
Positive and negative. I think that's when my personality started to curve, like that kind of personality. What today? I was okay at the school. I was not the top student, but I was not bad at all. I was like in a good 75-80%. So I was pretty good, but I did so many things which probably only me can do. We used to wear this uniform, but that's this old school blue coat. We had to wear that. So every single day I lost this thing. Every single day I left it there. I lost it. And I always got so much trouble from my mom because I'm losing this. And one day I will never forget, I finished school. I said, okay, I will now take it home. I was so focused that I'm going to take it home. So I put it here. I went home. It was walking distance, the school, maybe like 10 minutes walk. So I went home. I was like, "Hi, Mom, how are you? How is everything?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm good. What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Why are you holding your finger like that?" I said, "Because of the coat." So I lost the coat. And then from this side, not from this, she said, "Come here, please." She rarely touched me like this, but she said, "This is unbelievable. Like no one in this world can do this. Like you walked home all the way like that, and people think, what are they thinking about you? Are you crazy? And then you're showing me." It was so light. So I actually didn't feel something like this. The cold is just coming. I said, Mama, مو مشكلة. She said, no, مو مشكلة. Done. So I got a big one, halas, finish. I was done. And then that was one I just remembered. That's something very motivational from these years. Most of the people lived on the very same level. So my mother was a teacher. She was in the kindergarten. But you needed just as high education as if you're a teacher. So it was kind of like the same. My father was on not a very high level in the army, but pretty much in the middle. Okay. So these salaries nowadays are quite good. Back then, it was the same. So someone who was a plumber or painter or teacher, they were all probably making the same. So you see that on the street as well. We know when you see cars, you can judge what the country looks like. So you see mostly the same cars. Mostly were all from the old Russia, old Czechoslovakia, all these old cars. So everyone had probably the same. And there was one kid who's one of my classmates from primary school. They had a silver color of Golf, Volkswagen Golf, because his father was working in embassies. Mm-hmm. So they lived 4 years somewhere. Then they came to Hungary and they joined the school. So they were a lot wealthier. Mm-hmm. So every time people parents coming with these basic cars you see everywhere, and he turned up always with this car. So I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna have something like that, but need some time. Need to get out of this level, which was that time was pretty difficult. Mm. And this kind of stayed with me. I didn't want that normal kind of lifestyle back home. So this took me all the way to I wanted to get out as soon as possible because I didn't see an opportunity that I can make enough money to, enough money to have such a car. Mm-hmm. And, we were not poor, we were not rich, we were on that normal middle level, which is not going to buy you a flat, which is not going to take you to some nice holiday places. It was just a very basic.
وين وصلنا خلص الابتدائي؟
During elementary school, so my godmother, which is the sister of my mom, she got married with my godfather, and they lived in a very rich area in Hungary. We have a huge lake there. This is the biggest lake in the middle of Europe. It's 78 kilometers long. Mm-hmm. It's a huge lake. And it feels like a sea when you go there. It's a beautiful lake. And that's most of the tourism is focusing in that area. And my godmother was always in the very high level in tourism, managing hotels, managing resorts and things like that. So they were pretty wealthy. And every summer, I went there, and I spent all my summer there. So from very young age, she always told me that you must work, you must do certain stuff, and I did it. I always got paid by ice creams. So cleaning the pool, selling newspaper in the morning. They were that time only German and Austrian tourists.
كم كان عمره؟
I did some work when I was 8. But she said, okay, we've got the newspaper at the reception. The guest can come and buy it from there. But if you want to put it in your bicycle, you can go around the houses and just say, Zeitung bitte, and they probably will take the newspaper. And this is a free newspaper. It's like a tourist newspaper. But they might give you some tip, might not. Yes. But once you finish this is a good gesture from this resort. And you also busy, because she was busy working and I was there alone. I was still pretty small, young. So she said, you might get some tip. If you don't, you can have 1 or 2 ice cream every day. Just go and just put the ice cream on my name. And every time when I went back to my parents after 1 month, the bill was huge. I was giving ice creams for people. I was just put it on my godmother's bill. So even there, I learned how to work, how to be like very independent. Yeah, every summer. And I saw how wealthier other people are outside of the country. I saw that. And that was like all the time I saw that. And I knew that this is like, you know, I love cars. And when I see these cars, we didn't have them back home. So I really got motivated from that for sure. Like I want to get out. Like when I was 20 years old, I left the country.
زين نروح على مرحلة المتوسطة.
Wasta? You said Wasta?
No, not Wasta. No Wasta.
You need?
No.
Good. MashaAllah. Very good Wasta.
No, we're moving
حتى أنت تعرف الواسطة. وشنو الشغلات اللي تذكرها بدت هني شخصيته؟ أعتقد دش في مرحلة المراهقة، هني يبدي يبحث عن الذات، صارت له شوية مشاكل، صارت له فهمتني الدراسة شنو وضعها، وللحين ما هناك يعني في الهوايات قال عنها الهوايات أعتقد هذا قام يتطور معه صح؟ بايسكل.
Okay.
So the primary school name was Dózsa György Általános Iskola. I don't know if that helps. Now you're gonna be, oh yeah, I know. No, you don't. That was the primary school. So just for 1 second, during this time, the summer, I spent month or 2 at this place. So that like kind of influenced me. So when I got to age 14, this is when we finished primary school at age 14. So then you choose. You can go to, it's called gymnasium, high school, gymnasium. You can go there. You can go to, it's like specific school where you learn specific job. Okay, but you still receive the same diploma like the gymnasium. And then you go to that, like I would say, let's say the lowest level, which is you go and you become a carpenter, waiter, cook. This is from 14 you go. From 14 to 18, this is a high school. You kind of starting to decide from 14. Because you need to know where, like, which direction you want to go. If you want to go to gymnasium, you're more likely want to carry on to university. But if you don't want to take this step, then you're probably want to learn and learn some specific job and start working.
Like diploma. صح?
Yes, but like diploma of like something, you know. So the first school, sorry.
هذا بالكويت نفس الشيء موجود اوكي بس المسمى مختلف اللي هو بعد رابعه متوسط اتوقع 14 سنه شوي اكثر هني يقدر يروح الثانوي او يروح المعاهد الخاصه اللي هي بمثابه الثانوي اللي هو معهد الموسيقى، المعهد الصناعي، المعهد الديني. اوكي هذه المعاهد هي تعوض عن الثانوي. اللي يروح ثانوي يقدر يكمل بكالوريوس والقصة هذه اللي قاعدين عنها. المعاهد الثانية كأنه ماخذ ثانوي. أوكي هو شنو اختار أي مرحلة
So then I choose the catering hospitality because I was already involved in here. I seen restaurants. I seen. No, you don't work like you start. So I started to study in catering hospitality. That means that it's not the low, it's the mid, where you get the diploma like you're in the gymnasium, but you're more likely to start working after that. I could go to university after, but you're spending a lot of time of your studies on specializing on reception, hotels, management, chef, waiter. You know, until 10 years ago, in my country, you were not able to work in any sectors if you're not qualified for that job. If you go to Excite, if you go to Excite, for example, here now, they know they know the TV and they can sell because they went through some studies. But no, you study for 3 years, this one, back home. You know that TV from inside out, how it's built. Like you're expert in that field. If you go to a restaurant, that waiter is not the waiter who's gonna bring you the food. That waiter who knows how to serve in English service, how to serve certain food, how to create menus, how to advise you certain drinks with the food. So the quality of service was very high because of that. And now it's kind of dropping. So when you go to some restaurants, you can see someone, I don't know, have nothing to do with it, but just wants to make some money. So it was not like this before. So I went to this path. So I got a qualified waiter, chef, baker, and what is it called? Hospitality management. So I studied another year, which gives me a hospitality management. So I could, now I don't need these papers back in Hungary for that. But that time, I could not be able to manage a restaurant or a hotel if I don't have this extra 1 year.
Okay.
Therefore, Eastern European people were known in Europe and all around the world to be a hardworking, good working people. We know what we're talking about. Like I went to London and I started to work there in the pub. I didn't speak English at all. And within 3 weeks on my shift, there was 2 less person working because they realized that I can fly. Like I understand the system I studied. And those guys are like, you all right, mate? Hi, how you doing, mate? All right. Tired, mate. That kind of mindset. But we were like, focus. We know what we're talking about.
زين. متى تخرج من هذا وشنو يعني شنو حصل على شهادات معينة مثلا دبلوم ولا شنو بالضبط؟
So with my certificate, even today, I could go to university. I could just step and apply for, I don't know, marketing but I have the actual certificate. Okay, so the actual certificate is exactly the same if you go from 14 to 18 years old in a gymnasium. It's exactly the same, plus I am a qualified waiter, chef, hotel receptionist, and manager, what is it called? Hospitality manager. So I've got 4 diplomas with the same level of qualification. Therefore, because I was on, let's say, on the 75% good in my primary school. So if you take a risk, I was not the top. You can take a risk and go to gymnasium. You will not get accepted to the top ones. You will get accepted to the lower ones. Therefore, you're going to struggle to get into a decent university. So if you cannot, then you finish your 18 and you got nothing other than that diploma. You cannot work anywhere because you're stuck in the middle. So what I've done, I had this 4 extra qualification plus that level of diploma. You have a lot more chance to straight away look for a job. Yes. And you still can go if you want to. There are some people I know, they did the same studies as me, and then they decided to go to university. Okay. So it was 14 to 18, and then 18 to 19, I stayed for that extra year, which gives you it's kind of like a master on that hospitality field.
جيب. زين خليني الحين أنا راح أترجم حق المشاهد وأقول هو وصل حيلي إذا في شيء غلط. اللي فهمته إنه هو من بعد المتوسطة تقريبا يعني عمر 14 أو 15 سنة يدخل في مجموعة من هو كأنه ثانوي بس يدخل في مجموعة من التخصصات اللي هي قال خدمات فندقية عدل ففي 4 تقريبا تخصص هو في 4 تخصصات في كل سنة تقريبا وكان يمنح له شهادة على هذا الشيء بحيث أنه على ما يتخرج يكون هو مهيئ العمل بين قوسين الشاق إن صح التعبير بناء على الشهادات اللي هو ماخذها. والله أعرف إنجليزي أنا. I translate what you say and
you learn a lot.
Yes. حلو. وعنده طموح انه يكمل في البكالوريوس والماستر صح؟ No, please go.
In my life it would not yeah, that's the heart. You want to show me heart? It's there. No.
Okay. احنا عندنا هذا هو السؤال حقه. اوكي. احنا هني في المجتمعات العربية هذه الثقافة منتشرة ان عندنا احنا لازم اكون اكاديمي ولازم اقل شيء اكون دكتور. وهو من دول اوروبا احنا ماخذين هذه الثقافة منهم انه لازم اصير دكتور وكذي. انا تفاجأت الحين انه مو كل شيء شهادة.
Yeah, but again, this is very important. We've got 4.5 million people here and 1.5 million Kuwaitis. We've got 10 million Hungarians and 10 million Hungarians. So we got to do all the jobs there. I'm not saying that is a good or bad. I'm just saying that I'm not saying that for you is good or bad, but I'm just saying in general that we got to do the job, that the Hungarian will take my rubbish from outside and the Hungarian will fix my teeth. So there are people, they need to find what they want to do in life. You know, some people will manage to get to university. Some people will don't have that much capability. Some people just simply, you know, like I've seen waiters, I've seen chefs every summer when I was there. I seen that my mother's sister was way wealthier than us, way more. There was no issue of spending here and there, and that was encouraging. What did she do? She was in the hospitality, catering. So I saw that. I saw these people. I saw many waiters. They worked 4 months for the season, and they could have just do nothing after that. They made so much money there. We had so much tourism before. So I didn't want to, let's say, waste my time of sitting and getting some kind of diploma, which I don't even know what I want. Like I never thought I want to be a doctor. I wanted to have a good car very soon, and I wanted to enjoy my money very soon. And I've seen the students from university, they were struggling financially. They were like poor because they didn't have job. But they still had to spend money here and there for accommodation, food, things like that. They were poor, like compared to the ones who made money already. So I wanted to make money. I wanted to do things I really like. Like all my life, I did things I really like. When something I didn't like, I left. I said, "That's it, finish." Even now, most people, even younger people than me, they would like, what is this? What is this, China here or what? No, because they now the younger generation, they don't take these jobs. For example, we're short on bus drivers. You know, we started to have a lot of bus drivers from Philippines. They drive the bus in Budapest because the older ones get retired, and then the new ones, the young ones, I'm not going to be a bus driver.
Okay. عقب ما تخرج من احنا نسميه بين قوسين الثانوي او وين راح شنو سوى؟
Once I finished, I was 19. I started to work straight away. I worked in this pizza restaurant at the counter. So I was serving the pizza there. And
like a chef?
No, we had this pizza is the big one, you know, and then you cut like blocks. Like it was in a mall. Yeah. So it was not like that type of pizza. It was like this. So I was working there. That was my first job. And then when the summer came, I went straight away to work in that holiday resort where my godmother was living, because you could make like triple amount of money. So I straight away quit that job, like not thinking of what's going to happen when I come back after the season. I could find something. That was not a problem. So that was 19. Yeah, I started to go to clubs. I was 19. I started to go out more.
بس هني طلع من أهله طبيعتهم عمر 18 يمشي ولا يعيش وياهم ولا؟
Yes, I was still with them. But at age 17, I started to go out to some clubs, you know. So this is where the problem starts. You're in the 60 square meter. It's normal that a 17-year-old boy will go out meeting girls. If you don't do this, then that's the not normal. It's like that you got some problem. What's wrong with you?
حتى في هنجاريا أنا بأمريكا. Like American?
Yes.
قولي له ثقافة عامة.
What time these clubs open? 10 p.m. What time they close? 4 a.m. Your parents are going to work early morning. You're in a small place. You know, you need to get your hair done with the gel. You know, you want to put some music on, warming up for the club. And this is where the problem starts, that you have clash with your family.
Every day you go?
No, but like 2 times a week. Please leave the house. I had enough of your music. Please leave. That you're keeping us awake. We want to sleep. Like 9 p.m. they wanted to sleep. 9 p.m. I was fixing my hair. And it's always remember the size is, let's say 3 times of this. So you have 2 rooms. You can hear everything. So then they wake up when you come home. That's another thing. They wake up. Or they don't sleep because they worried. Because you're still 17, you're a young boy. You're my boy. I'm worried. So this is where the problem starts. And I also, from age 18, 19, I started to make some money. So I had work. So I made some money. And on day 1, after the first salary, I received the first salary. They sat down, my parents, my mother and my father, and they sat down and they said, okay, look, we don't need your money, but we will take your money. So how much do you make? That time, I think I made 60 KD a month that time. So 60 KD. Okay. How about if you're going to give us 25? Because you flush your toilet, right? You use water. Yes. I was like, they're going to take my money. No way. You are eating the food from the fridge, right? Yes.
You sleep in house.
You sleep here. We pay the gas bill. We pay everything. So I want... And, they said, we don't need it. We can manage. But you make money. And I want you to learn responsibilities. That I want you to learn that things not for free in life. So it's a little bit hurting at that time. Because I really hope to keep all the money and just live at home, I don't need to pay. But now, thinking back, this is very powerful, that what they teach that time. This is very, very strong. So then we had more and more problems because I was loud and I was coming home late or early. And then my mother was really worried, and she said, you got to go out of the house at 8 because you're very loud, and you cannot come home before the club closes. I said, what? You have to stay until 4 because I'm feeling safe when you leave everyone together from the club. So no one will have a fight with you when you're walking around home alone. Yeah. So sometimes I wanted to leave at midnight. I was like there still until 4 a.m. was sleeping on the table. She said, if once you come home, you will never go again. So 4 a.m. I go home. So that was funny. And then we got to the point where she told me, she said, look, we have to go to the next step. This is not going to work. You're a big boy now. I was 19. You're a big boy now. You're making money, you're loud, I cannot sleep, and the house is too small. You need to just go and just do your thing. But please, baby, don't move very far, okay? I want you to live just next street. Mommy will look for you a flat, okay? And I will buy you food, and please, your clothes, bring home your clothes. And every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, you come home to eat, okay? So it's still there, but we wanted to, to live separate. And that time where, everything started, the going out went to another level because there is no more control.
أيوة. Your mother and father they divorce you. لا فهمت. هو طلع بس باتفاق انه يعيش يم عدل وكل يوم يسألون عنه وكذي وبنفس الوقت على اساس يتحمل. وانا قاعد اترجم حق يبدي يتحمل مسؤولياته. طبعا هو تكلم عن بعض الشغلات قد تكون هي خصوصيات، لكن بحكم ان الحين هو قاعد يوثق سيرته الذاتيه، قد انا مالي شغل في الامور السلبيه او الايجابيه، او هي في النهايه ثقافه عامه. يعني هو قد احنا في سلوكيات يعني ديننا وكذي يمنعها او كذا، بس هم بالنسبه لهم عادي، اوكي؟ فلا حد يفهم غلط او شيء. انا قاعد اوثق سيرته الذاتيه وقصه حياته هو. فكان يروحون الملهى الليلي، يروح فتره وكذي لين امه وابوه بدأوا يتضايقون من هذا الشيء، فقعدوا معاه قعده على قولتهم قعده حسم ان صح التعبير. يا ابن الحلال خلاص انت يا انك تلتزم بالقواعد اللي احنا حاطينها او انك تطلع. يعني فهمها طلع. فأنا بس قاعد على أساس إن المشاهد يكون معي، خصوصاً اللي ما يعرفون إنجليزي مثلي، بس والله الآن يوم يعرف إنجليزي.
Yeah, you understand English, yes, and I understand Arabic now as well شوي.
زين. فالحين نروح حق المرحلة اللي وراها. أبي على أساس إن أنا أبي أستوفي أكثر شيء من قصة حياته، فخل يبدي شوي شوي يعني يسرع في الرتم أو في المحطات، لأنه وايد عنده أحداث مبين على أساس أوصل حق الكويت هنا. أوكي.
So 21, I was 21. I already worked for 2 years, and I still saw that there is no way that I'm going to have my own flat or I'm going to have a decent car. I could see that is not going to happen from this kind of salary. So I had this favorite car. It's called the Honda Civic. I wanted to have a Honda Civic. I wanted to have Honda Civic.
I have
really
before, yes.
I wanted to have a Honda Civic.
One door or 4 door? Two door. Me,
but I never bought it. But that was the goal.
I have Honda Civic 1995, I think, and black color and 2 door.
Very nice. So I studied German language during my 4 years. So I was looking to get a job in Germany as a waiter that time, age 21. And thus nothing happened. And then one of my friends called me that there is a job opportunity in London. But you need to come now because this Hungarian guy quit the job and this opportunity is there. So come. So I went to London. And this is where whole London started. I was 21. And I was working in a hospitality, catering. So I was working behind the bar. I was working as a waiter. Then after 3 years, I had better English. So I managed one club. So finally, where I used to spend my time 3 times a week, I started to manage it. And so I started to make my way up in this ladder. I eventually managed 3 restaurants and one club. I started to create drink menus, cocktail menus for restaurants in London. I was training the staff behind the bar. And there was one. I was. This is where the traveling comes. I used to work with people with different nationalities: Brazilian, Portuguese, German. And what they did in London, they came, they worked for a few months, and then they left. They went for traveling, and I said, "What do you mean traveling?" He said, "I'm going to go to Southeast Asia with a backpack, and I'm just going to do whatever I want for a few months, and then I come back and I look for a job." And the Eastern European mindset is not that you have to have your flat. You buy a flat. Like that's the stability. So because I was surrounded with these people, I got impacted with this idea that what if I go? So now we jump big. 2006, I was already 5 years in London. 2006, I went to my boss, who was actually the owner of these restaurants. And I said, I'm finished here. I'm going to go. He's like, where are you? He's from Malaysian British. He said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to go to Hong Kong. I'm going to buy a flight ticket to Hong Kong. And 1 year later, I will come back to London. He's like, what? I said, I'm going to be there 1 year, traveling on land, no flights. It's like, I was a very important person in his business. I was managing these restaurants. And then he shook my hands and he said, this is the best you can ever decide in your life, this trip, and good luck. So 2 weeks after, I went. With that time, I had a girlfriend and one of my good friends. We traveled. So we spent 1 year just with the backpack, experiencing, 12 countries in Southeast Asia. I came back to London after 1 year, and I landed in Heathrow, and I still had some money left, not much. And I went, that time we had a flight center only, no internet booking. I went to this flight center and I bought a ticket to Thailand 6 months later, because I wanted to know that I'm going to work only 6 months in London. I cannot stay anymore in this country. I want to go back because I really like this.
Okay, sorry. ليش راح هونغ كونغ سنة؟
Because I was very far. I wanted to go very far.
يعني بس
the trip was Hong Kong. So we didn't fly for 1 year. Only on land, boat, rickshaw, tuk-tuk, motorbike, whatever. Like a proper nomad trip.
For interesting you go?
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. More for learning.
So it was no work. It was enjoy. Pure enjoy. 1 year.
1 year you enjoy?
Yeah. Hong Kong, China, Macau, Vietnam. Vietnam north, all the way down south. Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, Borneo, back.
Sure.
Back to, it was 10 months. And that time, my girlfriend she was from Lithuania. So we did 10 months. And she said, okay, let's make it big now. Let's go 1 month to my family. So we went to 1 month to Lithuania, and then I said, okay, now it's Hungary. So we went to Hungary for 1 month. And we totally zero our pockets. But this is a budget trip. Like, you cannot spend 1 year of having fancy stuff. But that was the beauty here.
وظيفتك شلون؟
You know, very basic accommodation, eating street food. If you go from A to B, you have 3 options. Luxury bus, medium bus, local bus, or stopping some car maybe. Then you choose. But it's local bus or stop. Like you have 1 year plan. You cannot spend money here. No. From Hong Kong, we spend only 2 nights because I said we need to go from here. Hong Kong is very expensive. So we left. So that was 1 year.
آسف. سوري. أنت لما سافرت سنة عمي من وين لك راتب؟ يعني أنت جازفت كذي شلون؟
No, ما في. Before I worked very hard in London and I saved money.
يما. بعدين.
But that time, again, this is a very low budget trip. So cheap guest houses. Okay, we had standards. Bathroom clean, room clean, but no window, مو مشكلة. 10th floor, basement, مو مشكلة. Like we cannot have this kind of things, but the clean, tidy, that was number one. So that was like a standard we did. Came back and I started to work again, but I bought tickets straight away. So I knew I'm going to go back. So from that time, I did this 5 more times. I did this 5 more times off. So I came back. I worked. I came back in April, May. So the summer starting.
أي سنة تقريبا?
This 2007. So restaurants open, the garden is open, London very busy. And then and this restaurant was waiting for me because they needed extra person in the summer. They needed someone who doesn't go out, wants to work like a lot. Yes. So I was always ready to cover shifts. If someone said, Pal, please, can you come tomorrow morning because I'm going to this gathering, can you cover my shift? So I take everybody's shift. I did like doubles. I worked very hard because I have only 6 months. I said I take everything because I bought my ticket for, let's say, September 28. So from end of April, I have May, June, July, August, September, or April, May, June, July. So I had 6 months to cover my expenses. Yes. So every year we visited sometimes similar countries, sometimes new countries. So we did this 5 times. Nepal, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Nepal,
5
India,
مرات يعني على مدى 5 سنوات 5 years.
Yes.
مسواها 5 مرات كل سنة يجمع فلوس بعدين يروح. You are perfect.
Yeah, but an Eastern European person would never do this unless you're surrounded with these mentality people. Yes. Because I said, but you have a job, like why you go travel? But Pal, this is London. You're the manager. Hey. You get job at any time. Like, yeah, but the safety, no, it's not. So once when I told my mother, she said, you're totally lost your mind. What country did you say? Where? I said, Vietnam. Oh, yeah. Come home. I give you big Vietnam. I said, no, I'm serious. She's like, you're not. And I said, yes. For how? 2 weeks? No, 1 year. So that's when, from there, my mother knew that I'm a difference. So that's, I just want to share this. This is very interesting. The first time, we did this 1 year. Second time, I learned from that 1 year experience. So second time, and the third and fourth and the fifth, every time I went to Heathrow to travel, every single time, I took this, I removed this. You need to watch this. I removed this, and I put it in the rubbish in Heathrow because I don't need watch for 7 months. I don't care what time is it. If the bus is late, I don't care. I don't go for, you see? I know this is interesting. So obviously I didn't throw out a Rolex. It was not a Rolex, but the fact that you remove this, it is amazing. Because if I want to stay in one island, 1 more week I stay. If I miss a flight, not a flight. If I miss a bus, it's okay. If the bus is late 5 hours, it's okay. If I stay somewhere more, it's fine.
Why you didn't use flight?
What?
Why you didn't use a flight?
First because of the cost.
Cost, huh?
Like, this is not a 2 weeks holiday. Yeah. It is long. So first is the cost, and second is I want to experience every part of this trip. And because we use local transport most of the time, if you have a speedboat in Vietnam and you have a tourist boat, speedboat, 2 hours, 10 kd. The tourist boat, 4 hours, 8 kd.
Okay.
Local boat trip, 48 hours, 500 fields.
You take this 500.
Of course.
Okay. هي الأرخص يستخدم الأرخص.
And it's very basic, but you go with the very basic people who have not much money to travel. They go with the
Do you feel hard? يعني صعوبة؟ ما يحس بتعب you tired when you.
It's full of up and downs always, of course. But okay, I take 48 hours with this boat because I know I can keep my money on. I don't track my money too much, but I had to be aware of how much I spend because I don't want to go home early to London. Like I have a plan here. So this kind of trips, you're saving money, and therefore the trip is not very comfortable most of the time. But you learn a lot, I believe. There you learn a lot about the local people, their lifestyle. You see things, like if you go with a speedboat, 99% you start 10 a.m., 12 arrives. If you go with the 48 hours in the Mekong River in Vietnam, it was shallow and the boat stopped. It's like 150 people and some sheep and some chicken and some pig, like on the back with these local people, and then us, 3 of us, these totally idiots. And then they said, okay, everybody, of course, in their language because they don't speak English. Everyone out. I said, what out? Everyone out. And because the boat need to go higher and then we need to push a little bit, so the 150 people is pushing this boat through this sandy, shallow water. And then, okay, back again and we go. And for them it's normal. For me it was like, wow, very nice. Like I pushed them.
Oh,
so when you have this kind of up and downs and you're, I don't know, like I can talk, this could be another interview, you know, this part, like you know, you have the sun goes down, the boat stops somewhere, you know, they know, you don't know, you have no idea where we are, there's no GPS, you have no idea, you're just looking at these locals, and then 2 of them take out a guitar, then another 20 starts to sing, they give you some drink, they give you some food of their stuff, you know, you're part of them. And this exactly, I keep it until today. Like I'm very blend into Kuwaiti people here. Like I have most of my friends Kuwaitis. I need to talk here. So I like that kind of lifestyle. I don't like to live here like a British or like a Hungarian. First time when I came, they invited me for this Hungarian thing, and it was nice, but I'm not in Hungary. I'm here. I want to know you. I want to know you. I want to know you. I want to know what you eat, how you eat, why you're wearing this, why you don't have the thing on your head because it's a more leisure style. You know, I want to know this. And with my kids, I teach them all the time, You see, this guy has dishwasher because this one is not. Oh, okay. So this comes with me, like this kind of experiences. But I went away from the question. So the question was this: don't you feel tired? After that, let's example this 48 hours boat trip. I arrived to an island in the Mekong Delta. You know, where the Mekong goes into the sea, the Mekong River, it goes like many channel. And there are islands in the river. This is the widest, I think one of the widest river in the world, the Mekong. So before it gets into the sea, it gets to like so many places. And then this is like island. These are hill tribes, like proper tribe people. And then you have one guest house here, one guest house there. So when you arrive to this place, yeah, it's worth it, everything. And you experienced it much more because you worked pretty hard to get there. I like that. I don't mind to feel tired if I'm learning this. Some people, no, they want to take the comfort and they want to go. And even when someone asks me about, I go to Vietnam, where should I go? You know, my first... Because I've been there many times, like 5 times I went back. So I spent many months in these countries. And my answer is always that, how long you're going there for? Oh, for 10 days, great. So don't take my advice. Go for the nicest, cleanest, all-inclusive luxury place and enjoy. Enjoy 10 days from the first minute until the last minute because you have 10 days. You cannot afford to wait for a bus. You cannot afford to have a bad experience.
Okay.
When you go for 6 months, that's a different story. Then, unless you're very, very, very rich, but even though, I think you're not going to experience the same thing.
Okay.
Sorry, like this is the part you wanted to jump. Jump.
خوش jump. يقول طبعا.
We can jump here, big one, by the way, because this I did 5 times. 2011, 2012. I'm already with my wife this time. we were not married that time, but we're already together. She likes this adventure, so I pulled her in. We did 2 times of this trip together. So we really got to know each other. You know, when you're 24/7 with your girlfriend, then you really get to know each other. So yeah, we're still together. And we were both in the hospitality and catering business, both. We were both managing that time. And then one day I just had enough totally, and I just talked to my friend. I just talked to my friend. He was a personal trainer. This is when it switched now. Yeah. He was a personal trainer in London. Thank you. So I told, I talked to him. He said, tell me something about this job. Like, what is it? And he's like, you need to get these qualifications. This is the school.
هذا وين الحين بلندن؟
Yes.
Okay.
الحين هو قاعد يتكلم عن راح يصير معاه سويتش من لندن بهني صح؟ 2012.
No, it was still 3 years. So I finished with this business. I had enough of
London
restaurants, bars, nightlife, not sleeping at night. I just totally had enough. Like I started to hate this like big time. I didn't like the customers. I didn't like to go into work. So I finished. And then my friend was a personal trainer, and he said, look, if you want to be a good personal trainer, you need very good qualifications and very good with people. So I said, okay, like I'm solving problems in the restaurant. I'm talking to customers all the time. And he said, you got that. Get a good qualification and you can be very successful here. So I walked in next day to work, and I said, done. This halas. They said, what? I said, I've got 2 weeks time and 2 weeks after I finish. It's like, what? You're some crazy things again? And I said, no, I'm going to be a personal trainer. It's like, come on. I said, you'll see, come on. I'm going to be a personal trainer, and a very good one. My friend told me I can be very good. So 2 weeks after I finished, and I started to study this. It was like a 2 months study to become a personal trainer, a qualified personal trainer. That time, my wife was a general manager for Nando's in Oxford Circus. So she always liked healthy food, healthy living. And then after my first week, I was studying my books, and she said, give me that thing. So she looked at my books, and she said, I'm finished as well. I said, what? She said, I want to do this too. I said, okay. So she quit her job as well. So after I got my diploma, she started to study. So we switched. And then my brother came also. He's like, what is this? I want to be a personal trainer too. So she finished. He finished as well. He was also working in very nice places in central London as a waiter. So there was like an avalanche, all 3 of us. And then I looked for a job in London as a personal trainer. Very simple. I got my qualifications in the afternoon. I went home and I told my wife, I said, wow, I'm a personal trainer. It's so strange. I have to look for a different job now, not like before. So I went online, and there was a job for Fitness First in central London. So I don't have CV. Like I'm just finished. So I wrote a message that, hello, my name is Pál Sebestyén. I'm from Hungary. I worked in hospitality and catering and management for 12 years. Today, I am a qualified personal trainer. I don't know anything about personal training, but I have 10 out of 10 customer service skills. And phone rings. Hello, Pál? I said, yes. Yeah, I would like you to come for interview. So I walk in, and he said, everything we know, we teach you. But what you know, you are the only one. You are the only one who can socialize with people, who can get clients. And then I'm proud of this, within like 3 weeks, I was the busiest personal trainer with like almost zero knowledge, like very fresh. But I managed to sell myself to people with connecting with them, nice to them. As most other personal trainers who's been doing this for many years, they are the ones like 1, 2, 3, 4, what's your goal? You need to do 10 more. I didn't have that, but I had the customer service skills. And then I started to collect more and more and more qualifications and education work towards this thing. So of course that my customer service skills, my fitness career started to match up to that level. And it's kind of like got together. And then I had enough of London after that. There was another level. I wanted to leave this grey country.
اوكي اسف. ليش وافق عليه بسرعه على طول دق عليه؟ اللي قدم لهم قال هلو بال على طول وافق عليه مع انه ما كان عنده خبره في الموضوع.
Because I think you need courage to send this message to a big fitness company that this is me. I have no knowledge at all, but I have 12 years of customer service experience. I want to work for you. And I have no CV because I have nothing to write in my CV. So I either just sit and think how I'm going to make it.
You threw yourself in the field.
My parents, they told me that if you never ask, you never get. So I do that.
Yes.
So this is why they picked, they said, okay, come. And then they started to work with me on helping me with the actual knowledge of the training, the machines and everything. Because once you have these qualifications, you're very fresh. I know how this muscle works inside out, but I don't know what you need if you want to gain some muscle. I'm very new to this one. So they started to help with this one. And then was 2012, 13, 14 and 15. I was in central London as a self-employed. You're a self-employed personal trainer working in a gym. And my mother came to Kuwait. And that's a new chapter.
ليش أنا سألته ليش وافقوا عليك على طول؟ لأن إحنا هني في ثقافتنا بشكل عام يعني في ما أدري عاد في الدول العربية بس نتكلم هني عن الكويت وبعض الدول اللي هني الخليجية إن صح التعبير إن عملية وهذا من حقهم إن لازم يكون أنت عندك CV قوي يأهلك حق الوظيفة. لكن هناك بغض النظر عن CV ماله هم آمنوا فيه كشخص أول شيء وطبعا عطوه بعدين دورات صح في المجال هذا. واللي زاد أنه هو أنا فهمت أنه هو عنده ثقة بنفسه في الموضوع هذا بناء على نصيحة أمه وأبوه شيء ينصحوه نصيحة معينة. فأقولين أنا حي على هالشيء هذا يعني.
But I could like even if I don't have this knowledge in like I don't have this experience with customers, guests, like let's say I don't have this, I'm just only in fitness and I'm maybe a professional athlete or something, I could get a job, but not in central London. Like I went for the top gym because I talked to my friend and he said, you need to work in a place where people has money. This is expensive. Your service is luxury for people. Personal training is luxury, especially if you have regular clients paying every month. So he said, don't go into zone 2, zone 3. So I went straight. It's next to St. Paul's Cathedral in the middle. There are lawyers, social media stars, TV presenters, judge, actors. So my rent, what I paid almost 500 KD in 2015. I paid every month for the gym.
هو يدفع.
I pay. There is no salary. Like I'm self-employed. It's my business. So you start. First month, you don't pay. You do whatever you want. First month, you don't pay. Second month, you pay 250. Month number 3, pay? I pay rent.
Why you are?
Because I'm using facilities of this gym.
ماشي بس هو موظف هو.
In the gym in Europe, most gyms, like big gyms, you have fitness instructor. These are the people, they will sit at the reception. You can ask, can you show me this machine? He's going to show you that machine, but their level of education is lower, much lower than a personal trainer. The most gyms, the personal trainer, self-employed. I pay my own tax. I pay my own, it's my business. I'm a one-man show, one-man business, like small business here in Kuwait. You have
ماشي بس هو شو راح يطلع فلوس؟ ليش داش النادي هاي؟
I'm paying the money for the gym because they allow me to catch clients.
ايوه صح كذي صح. اي اوكي يعني هو احنا
So I wanted to go to the place where are people with money. And this is way higher rent, way more riskier. Like not many personal trainers can survive because you're sick, you travel, you have no clients. End of the month, you pay. This gym, you pay. You have to pay. You have to pay. You have to pay. You only wear T-shirt says fitness first. That's it. Other than that, I can come anytime. I can go anytime. This is my gym. I can work with my prices. Maybe your price is more than me. Maybe my price is better. I can make a deal. Okay, you want 20 sessions, I give you cheaper. But I never did these deals because I started to see that people undercut each other's price. Like, you know, it's like 8 personal trainers. There is 8 competitors, you know, so one says, I'm going to give you cheaper, you know. So I realized that is the best if I go with the very high price. So it's risky, but I charge more. I want the clients who can pay more.
Okay.
So my mother, we can skip. We can have a big jump here. She is expert in autism and Down syndrome. My mother.
شنو يعني؟
In the country, in Hungary, she is one of the top in this field.
يعني أمه لما نيت الكويت قبل هو اشتغلت في أماكن اللي هو استشارة حق اللي فيهم توحد وذوي الإعاقة. فيور ماذر اقترحت عليه انه هو يجي الكويت صح؟
She's well respected in Hungary in this field.
ايه فانه هي معروفة في هنجاريا فتم استضافتها هني واشتغلت هني.
She came here because the Hungarian community, there's only 300 people here.
ما شاء الله.
They invited her because she created her own method how to teach these kids. As a teacher, she created her own method. She started to travel around Hungary and having these courses. That was her business. And then she created a very special system on kids without these syndromes. Also, like, let's say, people without the disabilities. So we have many teachers here. And they liked that what my mother did, and they invited her to teach them this course. So she came here, and that time my wife, she came here, and then they also invited her for, that was 2015 or 14, was the 30th birthday for Kuwait University, I think. 30th or 40th. So they invited her for give a lecture. And that time I desperately wanted to leave London. With my wife Blanca, we wanted to leave. We wanted to go somewhere where it's hot, sunny, have a sea.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Good English, better. Hot, sunny, English speaking, and you can also make good money. So she came here. She talked to the Hungarians, and she called me. She said, I think this is the place. You need to come here.
This is your wife?
My mother called me.
Mother, sorry.
She said, this is the place. You need to come. Like, I talked to the Hungarians. They're really happy here. They've been here many years, like 25 years. They've been here for long. So then I talked to a couple of Hungarians for 2 weeks about, I had a lot of experience from different nationalities, different cultures, but not so much, like I've been to Dubai before, but not so much of the GCC, the Gulf, the Middle East. So I talked to them a little bit for 2 weeks, and then I got convinced that, okay, I'm going to apply for a job. And of course, I worked for Fitness First, so I applied for Fitness First. And they brought me straight away because I was the first European entering here in Kuwait to that gym. And I knew the system kind of, although I was a self-employed there. Here I started to work for a boss, and then fix hours, do what you have to do, and Pal don't like that too much. So we can jump a big. After 3 years, I started to do my own business as a personal trainer over here. So I left the gym. I worked for Fitness First for 3 years, and then I left the gym. And here we are, big jump now. I'm training clients in their houses here in Kuwait.
In house.
That's my main profile. My clients with me for 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 years. The same people. Okay, of course you have always a few clients. They change or something happens, but most people are with me, and I keep in touch with all, by the way. So I have in my schedule, call him, how is he, how is everything? Because we built up a very strong connection with my clients, and I know if ever in life they think again, I want to get back to fitness or I want to start again, that they will definitely call me. And then this little messaging helps time to time, to contact them. I'm here, I'm still here. If you're overeating your majboos, then I'm here. I'm here to help you.
Zain.
And yeah, this is... so obviously I left that hospitality and catering, and immediately I started to get very much involved with sport. Finally, I could do my cycling, like from my childhood. I started to do triathlon. I did many races here in triathlon. I did Ironman in Dubai. Ironman is the triathlon is the swim, bike, run. The Ironman is swim, bike, run, but much more distance. So what I did
ناس محمد باقري التدريب هذا القاسي.
So I did the Ironman in Dubai, which is 1.9 kilometer swim, then 112, I think 112 or 102 kilometers bike, and half marathon, which is 21 kilometer run. So this is like all in one. Like that was probably my biggest sport achievement I did. I did it in 6 hours, which is below 6 is a good time. It's not like an athlete time, but it's not an average. It's pretty good, below 6 hours. So it's a 6 hours continuously. You go to open water in the sea, you finish, you get changed quickly on the bike, 100 kilometers plus, and then back to run.
زين متى بدأت سالفة إنه يمشي حافي؟
How the Hafi? Okay. So the Hafi مو مشكلة. So that started with, this is very new. Like, okay, I've been wearing barefoot shoes, like I have over there. I've been wearing barefoot shoes for 3 years now, more than 3 years. Thank you. So
صار له 3 سنوات جت له الفكرة، بس أبي أعرف مصدرها أو شنو اللي.
Because I really enjoy like having that very soft, very comfortable shoe. It takes very long time usually to adjust properly. Like I don't advise it to anyone to just go and start, but eventually you can get used to it. And once your body used to that and the muscle in your foot starting to work again, then any shoe become very uncomfortable. Like I cannot, like a normal comfortable Adidas shoe, like a running shoe, those most comfortable shoes. In 1 hour, these toes and this one, it's hurting me, and it's very bad. My heels are hurting, my knees hurting from a shoe. So I have to be like very flat now. And that shoe, you can just squeeze it like that. So this was 3 years. 3 years I've been wearing barefoot shoes. So most of the time, wherever I go, I wear this specific flat shoe. And where the real Hafi start, the real Hafi starts, is November 2025. There was the race, the police run on Jabber Bridge. That was the first race of this year.
Okay, right.
So I have I have many nice clients, but this gentleman I trained for a long time and he gave me this as well, very close to me. So I changed his life totally. He's never done any sport before. Now he's really involved. So he said, I want to try 5 kilometer run. Can I do it? I said, yeah, I told you before, it's easy, you can do it, no problem. So he said, please, let's go together. Let's run together.
Okay.
I used to do Ironman. I used to do triathlon. I said, I can run with you the 5K, but to me, it's very basic, but I'm with you. We run together, no problem.
Good.
But I told him, can I try something? And he's like, what? And I said, I'm just thinking of running 2.5 kilometers with my barefoot shoe, which is already weird. People don't run. It's almost flat, you know?
Okay.
Half nus distance. Yeah, شوي عربي. شوي. Nus distance is barefoot shoe. And after, I want to remove my shoe and come back on the bridge barefoot. So I told him, Kuwaiti gentleman, high position. Ooh. I said, is it okay for you? Or please, pal, no, not with me. Like, no. He said, yeah, I'm fine, no problem. Are you serious? And I said, yes. He's like, okay. So halfway, I removed the shoe. And this is where all went crazy. There was one person in Kuwait running on the bridge. Why? What's the reason?
Okay, sorry, بس ريولة ما تأذت وقت القار على القار.
When I removed, it felt the same like barefoot shoe. There was like almost like no difference.
لا والله.
In my shoe, I feel everything. I feel every little rock on the street. I feel everything. So I was used to that. So I liked it. Like it was very strange. And then people started to capture. Like they were like taking all these photos. So when I arrived, it was good. Like there was no issues at all. I went to meet my friend. He's a very good friend of mine, Syrian guy. And he's quite big on social media. So we talked, we had a coffee. This is where it all started. And he said, did you take some photos? I said, yeah. He's like, show me. So I see. He's like, pal, did you put it anywhere on TikTok or anywhere? I said, no, I have only 400 views on each TikTok video. I don't care. He's like, let's put it on. So we put it on. He said, I think this is big. Here in Kuwait, I think you're big with this one. Hey. I said, come on, whatever. We said 1 hour later, he said, check. 1 hour later, 87,000. 1 hour later, 1,000 comments. I don't know how many likes, how many questions. People start to talk to each other. Oh. Maybe he's from Australia. He doesn't know the culture. No, he knows the culture. I seen him before. He's European. No, you don't know. Yes, I know. My grandfather go barefoot. No, you're talking. And that is pushed my algorithm like very high. So this is where this started to come in my head that I've been trying social media for a long time before. Never done any views. It's always no one cares how to do these exercises. No one cares. So this was like a very catchy. I liked it myself. I really liked it. I always like to be different than others. So I don't care who look or who says something. I don't care. So next weekend was another race. I did full 5K without shoe. So I removed, that was a full 5K. So I felt like, oh wow, now the 5K becomes challenging for me. And then that was the avenues. After 3 weeks, 3 races, so people started to see that is only one person doing this. They don't know why. People started to see and recognize, oh my God, is it not painful? And I said, no, but what if you cut yourself? I said, I don't care. Don't cut myself. I don't care. Like, this is like not my problem. I just want to run this barefoot. It's okay. And then we sat in avenues, and I told my friend, I said, you know what? I don't care. Like, I want to do what I feel comfortable. I don't care what people say. and I don't do anything wrong because you guys go to Mecca, you go barefoot. Your grandfather walks barefoot. It's normal, but now it's taboo. It's like, you know, it's not there anymore.
لحظة دش له في نيوز حافي يلا.
So then I told him, I said, we were having coffee again. I said, you know, I don't care. Like by the time we had 3 videos, now Instagram as well, very big views, like 100,000, 150,000. So we were in Avenues and I told him, I said, I don't care. Like I really don't care because I don't break any law. I said, I can remove my shoe here and just walk around in Avenues. And he looked at me, he's like, yes. Are you serious? And I said, yes, do it.
Oh.
So I removed and I started to go. And then just like I walked like no one is watching and every single person was watching. And I see phones as well. 1, 2, 3, 10. Then I walked to, we did video there. We had video from front of Cheesecake Factory. Then I went to IKEA.
Hey.
IKEA, like nothing happens. I just walk barefoot. I look for pillow. I said, hello, how are you there? You okay? Yeah. Oh, sir, you're barefoot? I said, yeah, I know you're from Philippines. You do barefoot as well. You should take off your shoe and no muscular. No, we can't. The boss is going to be upset. I said, okay, bye. So I left. And we had videos of this done.
Okay, the security, he didn't say this forbidden or near the door when you...
No, we did it very well. We did fast.
Okay, fast.
We did fast. Then I went to Super Dry store. That is also on the ground floor. So I walked past the beauty salon, not beauty salon, you know, all these cosmetics they sell, that big store. So I walked through, but that time I put mic. I had the mic. And I walked in, and my friend took a video from behind the clothes. Good. So I went in and I told the guy, I said, that was in one day, all in few hours. I told the guy, I said, hi, how are you? He's like, yes, sir, I'm good. He's looking at my eye. I said, you know what? I'm very cold. Can you get me some socks? You have good quality socks. He's like, yeah, I have. I said, okay, give me some. And he said, I've got black and gray. Which one suits me more? I looked at him, which one suits me more? It's like gray, sir, gray. I said, okay. So I went to the cashier, said, thank you so much. And I left. We set video 1, video 2, video 3. Next day, 2.1 million.
MashaAllah.
These 3 videos went 2.1 million. And the barefoot guy was born.
وصار الحين.
And then that time I also did a lot of crazy walk barefoot because I wanted this to become more popular. I also started to enjoy so much, but mostly I started to enjoy that I really don't care. Like I feel good. It's okay. I'm okay. So I started to walk in Al Shahid Park. Barefoot, and then
I see you in the Shahid Park.
But when I go to Al Shahid Park, the best part is that I usually park on the other side of phase 2.
Phase 2.
The other side of the road.
When I see
in the desert. So I come cross the road barefoot. I run across the road. I run between the cars.
Yes, I saw.
And then I run inside front of trolley and I just go. And I just disappear. So I'm not coming into the park, remove the shoe and hiding. No, I go and I leave. You see, now this is behind the scene secrets. When I leave, I run and I see there is a lot of people in front of trolleys. So I run barefoot. They watch barefoot, running. Where is he going? No, he's running out front of trolleys. People are drivers waiting for girls going home. And I just go, watch, like in Vietnam. Go, pick car, sit, start, go. And then they like, what's happened? So, and
زين آسف سوري قولي له هو طول اليوم يمشي حافي؟
No. I wear barefoot shoe most of the time. And this is what I said it at the beginning when I had some of these interviews, that I want to make it clear. I am not, I'm not that barefoot guy who is 24/7 and dirty and my foot is hard. No, my foot is soft like anybody else. But I can handle more because you trained yourself. Yes. Because of the shoe, like I feel these rocks much more than, like a normal shoe, you will not feel that. So I have this feeling already. My foot probably a little bit tougher. I would probably a lot tougher than anybody else, but it's not like this. It's not. It's a nice, very, mashallah, beautiful feet. Very nice. Very
okay.
Nice. Sometimes I look at my feet. I said, oh, nice, very nice. So it's not that type of feet what you're talking about when someone is barefoot. No.
زين إذا نجح يعني هل هو الحين هذه الشغلة قاعد يسويها بلا هدف بالله كبر موضوعه وصار مثلا شركات تيلة قنوات تسأله تقول أنت ليش قاعد تمشي حافي؟ عنده سبب مقنع ولا هو تصرف شخصي؟
If you're an expat here, think like you got the barefoot guy, and then you're gonna be what, the barefoot guy too, or socks guy, or and this actually happened that when we did the video, when I was sitting with my friend, he said, Habibi, it's Syrian. He said, Habibi, shuf, you are the barefoot guy. Like you are the barefoot guy, not somebody else. You are the barefoot guy. It's done. People know you. You're the barefoot guy. So I went to the printer in Shuhada and I said, I want clothes. I want you to print. It was very fast after Avenues. I said, he's like, okay, can you please send me the logo, sir? And I said, I don't have a logo. What logo you want? I don't know. Oh. He's like, okay, but send me something. I said, okay. I said, barefoot. I found this 2 foot. So I said, put the barefoot guy above. So he put it, the barefoot guy, and I said, okay, put it underneath as well, the barefoot guy. And I said, halas, this one. When is it ready? He said 1 hour. And I said, okay, make 5 of these hoodies and 3 t-shirts.
Allah.
Black. I want this one here and big one on the back. Make it big. People need to see that this is the barefoot guy. So since then I have this
الموضوع شخصي
this thing.
This personality for you. Personality.
Yeah.
يعني موضوع يعني مشروع شخصي. فهو.
And this is again where is shifting. So people started to watch my social media, which was before was like almost impossible. People started to watch. People started to comment. People started to see this interesting guy is doing this weird stuff. And most of the time I still had, let's say, 70% good comments and 30% like medium, 20% medium, 10% very bad. So then I was thinking, okay, but I had interview every race. I had TV here, TV there, social media. People started to ask me. So that was like, I started to realize that people listen more now if I say how to squat.
Okay, يعني صار مؤثر.
It was more interesting now than before. It's the barefoot guy said how to squat. The barefoot guy said how is the good shoulder press because he's a personal trainer. So when I started to see that there is more and more and more engagement, and especially this is Al Shaid Park when I run, I see a lot of people watching this. So I was thinking that I think I really want this to be a message.
Okay.
I always helped 10 to 12 people personal training at once. I cannot have more clients. So 12 people hear the message, 12 people know how to do exercises, 12 people change their life, but only 12. No more, because the social media, I cannot reach people. I don't understand too much. So now, this guy, barefoot guy, run around in Al Shaid Park. Maybe it's a little bit cold. Maybe it's hot. He step on everything, And I thought that this could be a very good message for people who walk around. And, for example, let's say, I go in Al Shaid Park and I see you there. You might not think that I want to be barefoot or I want to do this same thing. You might not also have a bad comments, but let's say if it's a little bit cold, you might just see me, and I believe now I can see this works, the message works. You go home and you talk to your Baba, don't you want to do some exercise? I think you need to do some walking or some running. So it's going away now from barefoot guy, but you've seen this. And if you see, and I'm sorry, but if you see a group of 20 professional runners running, you might not gonna take this message home to your Baba. But that is something strange, something weird. And that started to work. And I can see that these messages is starting to be very, very powerful, that people just, what if, good, interesting question, always get it until today. What if you cut yourself? What happens if you cut yourself? Listen, I'm in the fitness industry for now maybe 12 years, I don't know. 14 years in the fitness. So what if I cut myself? Okay, great, good question. What happens if I cut myself? Worst case scenario, I will cut my toe. I will walk back to my car. Okay, I'm bleeding. I start my engine. I'm not about to die. Very painful. I drive to the hospital. Then I will go and I say, please, can you fix my foot? Worst case, I'm going to have 6 stitches. 6. Okay? So it's never happened so far. Okay? But now, let's say 1,000 people see this. Let's say within 1 week. If you don't do any physical activity, you will be overweight, you will have type 2 diabetes, you will have heart attack, and you will die early. I'm very sorry. This is the reality. So if I cut myself or 1,000, and I'm not sacrificing my health, don't get me wrong, I enjoy what I do. I don't do it to, I cut myself for you. No. But if 1,000 people starting to move in this country, then the message is great, and I'm enjoying it at the same time. So now it's carrying this message. It's not anymore like he's the barefoot guy, he walks barefoot, he's crazy. No, he's a fitness professional who sends a message to people, and it's catchy, and people see this more than if I go and I do 10 push-ups in the grass. So it's kind of nicely comes together now. And because of thanks to social media, I can just 100%. And now we are today. Big jump now. We are in the situation which is not the greatest, let's say, at the moment. So I have more followers. More people like to hear what I do, and I can talk honestly about my day-to-day life, my day-to-day advices about health, about fitness, about how safe I am in Kuwait. My family is here, they are happy. I love you guys, I love the food. I would never stay here if I don't enjoy, by the way. So once if I leave, I will leave because I want something different now. It was okay But so far, I don't see that coming. So I really enjoy being here. I enjoy the whole package with the heat, with the desert, with you guys, with Majboos Laham. So it's all good. And yes, the situation now, I talk about it honestly, how I feel as an expat, and it's catchy for people. They like to see these videos. It's no AI, Mafi editing, very, very shui, very minimal. But I like to just openly talk about how I feel. And the algorithm loves me. Good friends now with the algorithm. We can maybe talk before. Can I do this? And the algorithm, yeah, but this way better. Okay. I like to do that because I'm doing it naturally. So I don't plan too much of my videos. I don't plan. And it's very, now today, the social media for me, the Instagram, TikTok, it's like the back, but mostly Instagram. I do exactly who I am, how I am. And my clients been with me for many years. They're like, "Pa, this is amazing. Like, this is what I see every single day. What you post there, this is what I see every day." And people like that. I'm happy that people like that. It's no faking things. It's very original, very raw. And therefore, I'm comfortable doing these videos. I had a couple of videos before last week where I had certain scripts to say. I can act, I can say it, but it's not really me. I would rather just go with my own.
Fatum will teach you.
Okay.
Okay. Now we وصلنا إلى النهاية. Okay.
Was it too much talk or?
It was perfect.
حلو كان.
It was very nice.
زين، ولا هذه أسئلة ختامية سريعة بس الإجابة مختصرة.
Okay, I try to answer quick.
لو ما كان اسمك بول شنو راح يكون؟
Barefoot guy.
اوكي. أصعب قرار اتخذته في حياتك؟ marriage.
She's gonna watch this. Yeah. Very difficult question because when I make a decision, I'm almost 100% believing that this is good. So I make a decision on the basis that I know it's good, and I make that step. And if it's not good, I don't sit too much and I made the bad decision. I move on.
You
quick.
don't care.
No, I move on. عادي مو مشكلة.
عادي.
Move.
When you say I don't care, I remember Fatum, she saw the cartoon Frozen, and she sang I don't care. You see? Okay. هل هو إنسان متسامح وإذا أحد مثلا أخطأ بحقه يسامح ولا ما يسامح؟
If we clear everything, then I forgive quickly. But I like it to be set and clear, like I've done this, I'm sorry, and then I forgive quickly then.
لا خلي اللي يقوله هو ما أخذ، يعني إذا أخذ بخاطره وزعل من شخص يشيل بقلبه ولا لا؟
I would forgive.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Most of the time.
زين. قولي له إحنا.
If I don't forgive, it stays with me. So it's better to just forgive and move on.
صح. I don't care. احنا وصلنا للختام. لو لاحظتوا ان اليوم انا طول الحلقة تقريبا كنت سايلنت او ساكت، لان هو يتكلم في الانجليزي، ولو ابي اقاطع كل شوي فراح يصير وهو راح يصير عنده مشكلة في تسلسل الافكار، وبالتالي هني على المذيع انه هو يكون منصت اكثر من ممكن يقولوا لي ليش انت ما لما يكون واحد يتكلم معاه بنفس اللغة سهل اني اقاطعه وسهل انه هو يتكلم معاي، لانه راح اكون معاه في تسلسل في الافكار. لكن بحكم اختلاف اللغة أنا عربي وهو إنجليزي فلازم أخليه ياخذ مساحته كاملة وبعدين أنا أسأل إذا في يعني تفصيل معين. فشفنا قصة حياة وايد حلوة مليئة أنا تفاجأت بكمية المعلومات. حتى أنت وتوقع يعني ما توقعنا أن هذا الشخص بهذه القوة واللطافة إنسان بسيط جدا لكنه يحمل رسالة جميلة. كافي أنه هو قاعد يوصل الرسالة بشكل غير مباشر وهو قاعد يعني يمشي حافي. أنا لفت نظري هذا الموقف وهو بنفسه قال في مئات أو لعل الألوف من الناس ما نبي نقول هي مثلا ترند صح التعبير بس فيها رسالة. الآن هو عاد لازم يوظفها فيما بعد في المستقبل. قد تكون أنا بالنسبة لي وصلت الرسالة أن الواحد لما يمشي حافي في لها أكثر من مغزى لها أكثر من هدف وهو قاعد يسوي هذا الشيء بحسن نية وما في قد يكون في هدف معين كثر ما أنه هو تفاجأ بتفاعل الناس في هذا الشيء. أنا أشكره وايد على حضوره اليوم وكان ودي أن أنا أعرف إنجليزي أكثر بس كلمة واحدة اللي أقدر أقولها لا تعبر I love you.
That was the longest question I've ever heard in my life.
فالحين قولي له أنا شو
wow. I don't know how I'm gonna answer. Now you 10 minutes you will translate the question. It's the longest. It's Arabic. You have long questions, right? Thank you so much for having me. Shukran.
I love you.
Thank you. No, not loving me. Having me here. Thank you.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. And in the future, if you have another interview, I'm more than happy to come and maybe talk more about the traveling. Because I think that is a very interesting topic as well.
But I think Fatum, she will sit here with you because English. يعني.
Okay.
فشنو وايد استمتعنا معك. I interesting with you. I interested with you. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
For وإن شاء الله تصير بيننا يعني أي شيء يبي أنا يعني تحت أمر إن شاء الله.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
ما حد يدري.
ما حد يدري.
ما حد يدري.
ما حد يدري.